the energy is the Tower. Now, normally the Tower would speak of something unfortunate, some unexpected calamity or event that took you off guard, took you by surprise, and may have come through some kind of shocking revelation or some form of aggression or some external event outside of your control. And that may very well be true concerning the past. But when we look at this image, this appears to be that the worst is over. And whatever damage has been done, it appears that there's some growth from it. There's something renewed here. And the figures aren't falling from the top of the castle in a fury of fire. It looks like as if they're playing at the bottom of this structure, and that life and growth is coming out of perhaps what may have been a ruin. So for some of you, I feel like this is more positive than negative. This is a new change that feels liberating, exhilarating, that there's some kind of positive growth coming out of it. And possibly because you're rebuilding some parts of your life that make you feel better about who you are and where you're going. Perhaps you finally recognize the need to let go of some things that perhaps you thought you wanted, but that desire has been challenged, and you realize perhaps in retrospect what a burden it was to hold on to it. So for some of you, maybe you went ahead and took the doctor's advice, or you started taking better care of yourself. Emotionally, maybe you are being more flexible in your relationships, and that's improving your connection. You've recognized the need to be self-reliant, and that means that professionally or materially, because you were forced to accomplish on your own, you're now seeing how successful you've become. So some of you have addressed your self-doubt, and perhaps this came about through some form of confrontation where you were issuing certain statements or the other person gave you a reality check, and that might have been uncomfortable or unsettling in the moment, but now you feel better about life because you appreciate knowing where you stand. You've got the facts, you got that information. Maybe it came from your own intuition from the high priestess yesterday, or it came from someone who could give you solid advice about something going on behind the scenes. So now that you know, you are able to shift and make some necessary changes that are good for you and someone else mutually, or just for your own personal security and peace of mind. So you've reorganized a situation. And, even though you heard something that was hard to deal with, or you were trying to believe something was good for you, now you know that something was unavoidable, or certain types of behavior created misunderstandings. And you've probably also come into the awareness that you're not a victim. You are an active participant in your own story, and you're constantly writing it by your attitude, your choices, and your behaviors. So you've learned where perhaps you put yourself in harm's way, or what you've been taking on, how it hasn't been good for you financially, physically, or emotionally, and maybe you decided to let go of some things and perhaps get out of your own way. You accepted what you could change and what you could not change. And so, this sudden change in a new direction I don't see as negative. I see this as letting go of some false beliefs, perhaps a false lifestyle. Some of you, it's a positive change, a new job, a change of residence, a relationship that's new and feels exciting. Maybe you're falling in love, or you're awakening to something. So a traumatic experience or a shocking revelation or something beyond your control brought some structure down that was faulty, and now out of that has come some enormous growth and opportunity that makes you feel better, makes you feel more alive, has liberated you, made you feel free.